Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Sew Along with Glo-glits. My name is Gloria Ekere and I'll be your tutor for this channel. We'll be posting sewing tutorials and tips on how to make sewing easier and fun. Please, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. Also click the like button. As an upcoming designer, measurement is a basic factor in bringing out a well-fitted outfit. If your measurement is wrong, anything you are doing, either freehand or on the pattern, is useless. When you are done with the dress won't come out well. So let's get the basic measurements we need in bringing out a perfect dress. Without wasting our time, let's dive into it. So while taking a measurement for the measurement of your client, first of all, you have to get the waist, where the waistline is. So for you to get the waistline, you ask your customer to tilt so that you can get the deepest part in between the rib and the hip. You tie the rope, a rope there, just for you to get the right place. So you can see we have tied the rope where our client's waist is. So after doing that, we'll now try to get the round measurement of our clients. We'll get the bust. To get the bust round the bust, you take the tape round the fullest part of your bust, of the client's bust. You make sure the behind the tape is not dangling, that is at the right place. Then you take it, shouldn't be too tight and it shouldn't be loosed. If you get the bust measurement wrong, everything about your dress is already messed up. Like this client, we have 42, and make sure the client should put on the bra in which he or she will wear when putting on that outfit to get a perfect fit. So this is the bust of our client. We have 42, and from there we take under bust round, under bust of our client. For this client, make sure it's firm. We have what? 37. So you get to the waist where you tie the rope. You make it tight, not too tight. You ask your client. For this client, we have what? 36. You see it's firm. I didn't put my hand in between. 36. Then we move to the hip line. You get the fullest part of your client's hip. The fullest part, we have what? 44. When measuring this hip, after taking this measurement, you try and loosen the tape to see if it can go up freely and pass the butt down freely. You can see what I'm doing. You try to bring it down. Like you can see, it's tight, so we increase it. So the right measurement for this, the hip of our client, is what? 45. You can see I can shift this down a little bit. You try and move it. If not, the client won't be able to sit. So these are the round measurements. Then you move to the length. The length from our client, this bone on the neck, you place it and mark to the bust point. So for this our client, her bust point is 12. Then you get the under bust. Her under bust is what? 15. Your tape is still at that same bone close to her neck. Then you get the waist. The front waist of her client is what? 19 and a half. Then you turn to the back and get the length from the tip of the neck, this bone behind the neck, to that place you tie the waist. So the length from the shoulder to the waist of our client, the back length, is 17 and a half. Then after then, you can get the length of your blouse from that same place. It depends on where you want the length to be. 24 or 25. It depends on what your client want. If you are taking measurement for skirt, where this rope is, it depends on where your client wants their skirt to start from. Some people want their skirt to start from this place, some people want their skirt to start from the natural waist, which is below. It depends on anywhere your client wants. You measure from there to the length in which the skirt will get to. So it depends on the style. So after taking that length, you move to the sleeve, the fullest part of the sleeve. You will check where the, to get the top arm, where is the fullest part of your client's arm. You measure. Like this, my client, this is where her hand is full. So you won't tighten it, you tilt it up a little bit. So here 13.5. Then her elbow round, you bend your hand a little bit so that when we make the dress, it won't be tight for her. We have 12.5 here. Then her wrist round, mold your wrist. So if it's a dress that has cuff, you can just measure this way, measure it, but you won't tighten it. You can measure it and add little allowance if it's a shirt that has cuff. But if it's just a normal long sleeve that has no opening, you have to come here and measure her wrist, make a fist. You ask your client to make a fist, then you measure round. You measure round so that your client can be able to pull their shirt. If you make any measurement you are taking, you remember that your client should be able to pull that shirt from her hand. So here we have 11 for her fist, her wrist measurement. So after taking your wrist measurement, you now come and take, if you are making a bustier, you can come and take the nipple to nipple of your client. Like my client, her nipple to nipple is 8, or bust to bust is 8, also known as nipple to nipple, from one nipple to the other. So we have 8.